Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dokkanic here. I'm going to be doing a quick review of the Baba Shop. Right now, I got it at perfect timing where we're doing the countdown, just so I could show you the mechanic. Baba Shop, underneath that area where you could use your Baba points, will typically have training items, support items, cards, and awakening medals. The awakening medals can be special, can be event specific for event specific cards. Or they're typically common, rare, super rare, and ultra rare. I already purchased a whole bunch of items already this round, so once this refreshes, I'm going to go ahead and purchase a whole bunch more, or at least if it's available. One thing I will say is don't purchase training items. There's no use for them. I typically purchase medals, common medals, rare medals, super rare and ultra rare. I will just grind out because it's a lot easier to grind out. It's a lot more worth it. 500 Baba points for 10 Master Roshis, somewhat worth it. If you go and you look, it's 500 gems. I have 108 of them. There's no real reason for me to get 10. I don't need them at this point. I could awaken 10 of super rare or super rare characters or SSRs. I will always purchase healing items and basic, really cheap items. So you have Videl for defense and launch for key. I just purchased them until I max them out. As you can see, my launch is almost fully maxed out at this point. They're really cheap to buy, and it's always good to be stocked up on them. You never know when there's going to be a shortage or when you're going to need a whole bunch of them. So key changers, healers, buffers like attack and defense, key buffers, and common and rare medals. Typically what I go with. There's really nothing else that I could think of about what to and what not to purchase, other than the cards. All the cards, there's about, I think there's 5 right now at this point in the game. Each one has its own attribute. One's intelligence, strength, physical, agility, and technique. All of them do supreme damage. All of them have the same leader ability for their attribute type. So, as you can see, Dabura is intelligence, and he has an intelligence like HP, attack, and defense plus 60%. Each one, for its own unique type, has the same leader ability. Same with the passive, a high chance of attack plus 20%, and key plus 2 for in type specifically for Dabura. All the other ones have their own. I'm not going to go over which one of these is good in this video. If you want to see that, I'll do a different video about it. Baba points, in order to get them, you could trade in characters, training items, awakening medals, or support items. Really quick, just on character training, you can see I can go in here and I could just select a character. An SR is typically worth 500, and SSR is usually worth 10,000. And rare characters are usually worth rare characters are usually only worth about 500. So go in there, do what you want. Sometimes the event will come out. A while ago, an event came out. I forgot what it was. I think it was the Hero Extermination Plan. One of the characters inside there was worth like 10,000 by accident. So always make sure whenever a new event comes out and there's farmable characters, check out in the Baba Shop just to see how much the characters are worth. I know the Fusion Banner that just dropped, one of the SSRs was worth 1,000 per drop. So I didn't find this out till the last day, of course, and I ended up getting about 5 to 6 of them farmed. So I got about 6,000 Baba points for them for selling him. You can do training items. I don't personally ever do training items just because I don't feel I need to. I mean, 30, they're not worth it. They don't sell for that much. Same thing with awakening medals. I mean, the only thing I'll do is I'll come over here for my bubbles when I have bubbles in my gift box, just because bubbles is never used for any type of awakenings. So like I'll go, oh, we don't want to sell you. So I'll just go over here and I'll confirm. Each bubble gives you 1 point. So just to prove point of concept over here, my Baba points keep on going up for every 10 bubbles that I sell. Let's see, over here 69, and now I go up to 79. Awakening medals and support items. Again, I don't sell anything other than cards. There's no real reason to, unless you have things that you don't want. Like me personally, I stock up on everything, as you can see over here. I'm gonna go over items in I think either team building or I'm probably gonna do it in my team building. Got my card review, or how to tell if your cards are good or not. But specifically, yeah, I personally only use for characters, and the only characters that I will usually sell are SRs, and the only SRs that I sell are ones that are not duplicate of the SSRs or all the rares. There's no reason to keep a rare. I think there's only a certain amount of rares that I actually have that I utilize. Not that I have run on a team, but just because they're super low cost and they have like a passive skill of like damage received reduced by like 30% or 40% or something like that. In terms of Zenny, I purchase sensu beans every single day. I leave the rest of these alone unless you're really hurting for freaking Gregory's bubbles or Giroux. There's no reason for you to waste your Zenny on this when you have a completely easy stage to grind them out on. I'll go over that when I'm going over my items and such video. But yeah, nothing really else to see here in the Zenny. Then you have Balba Treasures. This one's going to be a little bit longer, guys, so please bear with me. You have the Incredible Gems. The Incredible Gems are going to be used to purchase certain items. The stock has just been refreshed. I don't need these, and most of these I already have. You grind these out on the quests. Typically, it would stage, I believe, 18-3. Stage 18-3 on Z Hard, you fight against Frieza's third form and Bardock's henchmen. So you go in there, and I always recommend running a Super Buhan if you have him, just because he heals and the Frieza won't do as much damage against an intelligence team. But yeah, go against him. That's the best stage, in my opinion, for farming Incredible Gems. There are other stages you can do if you're also trying to level up. Area 21, stages 1 and 2. Those are really good areas to farm as well. From the time that this came out, with purchasing items with Incredible Gems in the Baba Shop, stages or areas 16 to 21 allow you to run into Pilaf, and Pilaf will drop 10 Incredible Gems if you run into him and fight him and then beat the level. Later on, Launch became available, and stages 19 to 21, she's available on some of the stages. Both of these characters are RNG. After you defeat Pilaf, you get 10 gems, and then right after you defeat Launch, you'll get 15 gems. In the game, if you go to stage 18-3, that's where I prefer to grind. That grind is not that bad unless you don't have a really good intelligence team. I prefer using a Buhan team specifically because there's a lot of enemies. A lot of them will randomly super. Frieza always supers, and he's a technique type, so make sure you have an intelligence to counter that. If you don't have any god leads, it's definitely a harder level to beat. I remember when it first came out and I had no god leads at the time, so trying to beat it was almost impossible. I had to actually use items on it, and I don't like using items on quests, especially for grinding. So I didn't do that. The other level that you could do is Area 21, stages 1 and 2. Both of those are good for drops. Anyway, for grinding, I recommend doing stage 18-3 specifically. If you're trying to rank up and get gems, then go to any of the stages on Area 21. That being said, the next two that we have over here are the GT specific medals. There are GT events that are running right now. You go and you grind them out. When you beat them, one you get Hercule medals and the other you get metal fruits. As you can see here, as I'm scrolling through, I'm over here, the Goku GT medals. There are certain things you could purchase. The medals specifically are for Dokkan Awakening farmable characters from the game, or from the specific levels. The things I always go for when these come out are the Elder Kai Mysterious Ritual and the medals for Elder Kai and Supreme Kai. As you can see, I'm going to scroll back up really quick. I've already grinded out the medals, or sorry, the Elder Kai's to raise the super attack. Elder Kai's raise super attack if you're not aware of any card in the game. Typically, you do that on your god leaders. So all the god leaders that I own are currently maxed out at SA10. I'm now short on Elder Kai's because I used them on all my god leads. So yeah, come into here. Things that I'll definitely tell you. The first thing that should be your priority are the Elder Kai cards and the Elder Kai and Supreme Kai medals, just because they're rare to come by. With that being said, we're going to move on. I think I've done all that. I'm just going to cover something really quick. That is the Xmas Coins. The Xmas Coins are available. The Bandai likes to do these special events for certain things. I think in global version it was just the Xmas Coins during Christmas. They had the login bonuses and special things where you could things you can complete that will give you coins, or you can go into the Baba shop and purchase certain items that are special to the event that's running. It's just like anything else. You just go and follow, read the news, and find out how to attain the currency. Really quick, I'm just going to jump right into the JP version just because I do have it open. We're going to go into the Baba shop over here. So they actually started doing this thing over here. It's a red banner, red note. You actually have to buy a stone pack and you will get one of these. Once you get one of these, you could actually come in here and purchase an SSR. I believe it's only good for one time. So you could only get one, and you have to choose which SSR you want. So if you're lacking a God Lead, I know on the 2-year anniversary on the JP version, if you lacked a God Lead, you could purchase the 91 stone pack. I think actually on JP it was 90 stones, but you could do the 90 stone pack, and it gave you an option to buy one of the God Leads. I decided to do it just for the hell of it, and I bought a Buhan for the team. So I used that, and I got myself a free God Lead. And the thing that's going to be coming out in the future, I will do a more in-depth review when it comes to global, just because I don't have a good team, are these gems over here. They are for Dokkan Battlefield. You go through, it's a big event that comes out, and it's specific for you to get an LR Ginyu. This is more really for a free-to-play team. I'll definitely go over because I'll be grinding that out for a while once it becomes available. Specifically for the Elder Kais, I don't need to get any of those. Oh, look at that. You can get reverses. Oh, and they're unlimited. You get unlimited reverses. 15,000? Anyway, yeah, these are for Dokkan Battlefield. I'll go over it in a future review, but this is another form of currency that you can use in the Baba shop. If you're a global player, don't worry about it. If you are a JP player, I know that there are a lot of guys who have done reviews on that. Please check them out. Go ahead and just search for it in the bar. I'm not going to be doing a review on that at any time soon. I want to wait for it to come to global. But yep, that being said, guys, that's my review of Baba shop. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here. And remember, as I always say, be bold in life and have no regret.